What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here. Let me fix my camera a little bit. And I am bringing y'all my very first review of a new house. I don't know exactly how new it is, but it's brand new to me. The name has changed. It used to be called Le Parfum Maison de Darius, and now it is called Maison de Darius. And if you remember the video I did last week from Dapper Fragrances, where I unboxed these fragrances or unpackaged these fragrances, because it was actually in a little envelope, and I got 5 of these in, and they all had letters on them. And this one is the one that has the F on it. And no, it's not for fail, it's not for flunk or anything like that. The name of this fragrance is called Fiore, and the notes are musk, sandalwood, oud, ylang ylang, honey, and lily. And I really didn't pick up on anything but maybe the honey for the sweetness. I picked up the musk, and that was about it. It actually ended up being more of a sweet fragrance to me, not like Baccarat Rouge 540, but it did have a nice blend of sweetness to it. It would have been nice if that oud would have been a little bit more stronger, if it was enough in it at all. The real oud lovers probably wouldn't like this, because most oud lovers like that animalic, that skanky barnyard oud. I'm not big on that, but I am trying to learn how to like it. In the heat, it was like in the 90s today, like 90, 91, maybe somewhere around 89. It was pretty hot outside, and this was not the fragrance to be wearing in the high heat at all. It smelled great earlier this morning because it was kind of cool, but once that sun came up fully and it heated up outside, this was not the choice I wish I had made today. But I'm a stand-up guy. I did say I was going to start reviewing these fragrances this week, and I'm going to stand by my word, and I'm going to bring it to you no matter what. This is a nice fragrance. It is not a fragrance for the high heat. This is not something you want to spray on and wear outside, like to the beach or to work like I did, where I'm in the heat all day long. This would work better in an air-conditioned environment. Maybe not like a hospital or something like that, but maybe if you're in some kind of regular office somewhere, where you're not around a whole bunch of people constantly all day. Maybe if you're in your own office, something like that. This would work on a date, but I would preferably wear this at night when it's a little bit cooler outside. This is not typically what I would wear when it's hot. I tend to wear more fresh, citrusy type fragrances. This got a little bit cloying in that heat. Performance wise, it's gonna vary. My body chemistry may be different from somebody else's, and I know some people on Instagram already have been talking about this fragrance and saying what kind of great performance they've been getting, 10 plus hours. I got half of that. I got about 5 hours out of this, or close to it. I got about 4.5 to 5 hours, because I messaged my man on Instagram, and I told him around 12 o'clock it was a faint skin scent on me. And that's probably because of the heat. It was super hot. I was sweating. I do want to try this in a cooler environment, but working where I work in the heat all day long, this did not perform the way I thought it was going to perform. But to give it the benefit of the doubt, like I said, I was in the heat, and maybe in a cooler environment, this would be perfect. Like if I worked inside the actual hardware store and not outside, this probably would have worked better. But for the most part, it is well blended. It smells very, very nice. I would wear this maybe to a formal event, church, if you're going on a date. I think it's sexy enough to wear on a date. That's just, you know, what I get out of this fragrance, y'all. I don't know how else to say it. This young man is really doing a great job with what he has. I've already smelled all 5 fragrances that he sent. You saw that in my last video I did last week. I told him he was doing, I actually, when I smelled them, right after I smelled these and I turned off my video and got to my job, I actually messaged him and I said, young man, call me ASAP. And he called me right time he got that message, and he was like, I already know, man, that you said how you said it. You was in love with these fragrances. And I actually did fall in love with these. 2 of these I did. The rest of them I'm going to have to look into. But just the scent profile of the 2 that I did smell in that video, I like a lot, despite the performance issues. Now, I'm pushing them hard. I'm not like most reviewers who sitting in a climate controlled environment and, you know what I'm saying, they're getting 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of longevity and they're cool all day. I'm actually outside in the weather, in the elements, testing. So on that aspect, this didn't do too well. About 5 hours is all I got. And I did message him and tell him what I got. So with that being said, y'all, I do give this high regards as far as scent profile. Smells great. I do suggest trying out some of his fragrances before you commit to purchasing full-size bottles of these. I don't recommend anybody go out and just blind buy any of these fragrances, even though they are very, very different than anything that's out right now. A lot of these clone houses are just copying a lot of stuff. This young man is actually doing some different things. And if you are looking for something different, Trey, Sam, and all of us who've been on these live streams, been talking about clone houses and we need people to do something different, here's your chance to get your nose on something different. Check out this young man. He's doing great things. And I think he will satisfy the majority of people, not everybody, because everybody is not going to be easily satisfied. And they're going to have their ways and their differences. But check out the house of formerly Les Parfums Maison de Darius, now Maison de Darius. I'll leave the link to his page down below. Check him out. And before I get off of here, I did get a package. And I actually was watching Justin Copeland's video earlier. And if Justin happens to see this video, that was a great concept you had. And I wish I had thought of it. It was very innovative. I've never seen anybody else do that kind of video before. So shout out to you. But I got my poster. And it is from George Zaharoff. This is his signature pour-on elixir of the world. I like this poster, George. Thank you, my man. And the sad part is where I live, I can't put things on the wall. But somehow, some way, I will find a way, even if I have to try and find a frame big enough for this, and I may be able to frame it and then use them little things you stick on the wall, and you can pull the tab and it not destroy the wallpaper or whatever, the wall. So shout out to George Zaharoff for that. And I hope you all are being safe, having a great day. And I am off to work. Here is to smelling great. Thank you once again, George, for the poster. And I am out of here, y'all. Peace.